Hi, and welcome to the I'm You podcast. I'm Cliff Hildreth. Sorry, no funny video clip this time as we watch the destruction happening now in Los Angeles. There's really nothing to laugh at. As always, there are dozens of posts on Facebook and X bemoaning climate change as the cause of these horrendous fires. And, of course, the usual suspects in the liberal media are at it again. Some even blaming Trump for the fires. You know, Trump, the guy who isn't even in office yet. Will they ever learn? So first, stop with all the climate change crap. Nobody believes it anymore. Check out this graphic. The IPCC report shows that climate change has no effect at all on almost every weather condition, including droughts, rains, floods, air pollution, fire weather, cyclones, and many more. This has nothing to do with the phony climate change hoax. This is 100% on the heads of the people that keep voting for these clowns. There have been fires around this time of year in Malibu and the Palisades for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Since they know that, it's up to our elected officials, i.e. the governor and the mayors, to mitigate those issues, and they don't. You know, we voted almost 10 years ago $2.7 billion to build new reservoirs. You know how many Gavin has built? None. He still flushes 30 million gallons of water into the Pacific every day. And you know why? To protect a fish that nobody can find in the Delta and nobody gives a shit about. That's billions of gallons over many years. Billions of gallons of fresh water that could have filled those reservoirs he never built. Do you know how many Delta smelt they found in 2015? 6. Not 600, not 6,000, not 6 million. As of 2023, they don't even know if there are any of these fish in the Delta at all. They can't find them. He doesn't give a crap about you, your home, or anything else but his power. Certainly not when it comes to saving human life. He has been purposely starving Southern California of water since he's been in office. According to Newsweek, he even cut $101 million from the fire budget this year for 7 programs for wildfire and forest resilience, which is basically cleaning and maintaining the forest to avoid these kind of fires. You want more? In 2021, he eliminated $150 million from the fire mitigation budget. And these are just some of the cuts. Check this out. $28 million from multiple state conservancies that expand fire resilience. $12 million cut from home hardening plan that would protect homes from wildfires. $8 million from monitoring and fire research. $4 million from forest legacy programs that encourage homeowners to manage their properties. $3 million cut from funding interagency forest data hub research. And Trump, yes, Trump, warned him multiple times years ago and even again this year on the Joe Rogan show that there was going to be a catastrophe if he didn't start cleaning the underbrush and routing that water south.
Got to take care of the floors, the floors of the forests. Very important.
The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has done a terrible job of forest management. I told him from the first day we met that he must clean his forest floors regardless of what his bosses, the environmentalists, demand of him.
And the reason you have no water, you have the canals. The reason you have no water is because Gavin Newsom didn't want to do it.
California's a mess. We're giving billions and billions of dollars for forest fires in California. There's no reason for those fires to be like they are. They're leaving them dirty. It's a disgraceful thing. Old trees are sitting there rotting and dry. And instead of cleaning it up, they don't touch them. They leave them. And we end up with these massive fires that we're paying hundreds of billions of dollars to fix. And the destruction is incredible. So I think California ought to get their act together and clean up their forests and manage their forests because it's disgraceful.
Whether you hate him or not, he was right. That water should have been routed to LA for decades. Farmland sits barren so Gavin can virtue signal to the lunatic environmentalists, like the Sierra Club and all their pals, who won't let him clear the dead brush in any of our forests or even plow a fire break because of a field mice. So he picks fish and mice over human life. And you know what he's doing right now? As Los Angeles is still burning, he called a special session of the legislature to do what? Increase the budget for fire suppression measures? Divert fresh water down to SoCal instead of flushing it into the ocean? Nope. It's to allot $50 million to Trump-proof California. $25 million of that is to provide free legal services for illegal immigrants to fight deportation, including criminals. Again, while Los Angeles is still burning, this is what this moron and his party consider a priority. Did they not see the election? A recent CBS poll found that 60% of all Americans support deporting all illegal immigrants. That includes 47% of Democrats. And over 80% of people want all criminal illegals to be deported. If that doesn't tell you all you need to know and you still support this clown, then there is something seriously wrong with you. I also see posts from liberals saying this shouldn't be political. Isn't it funny how they always want to avoid politics when they're at fault? Do you think it might be political if Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis were governor of California? No answer needed, by the way. Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass are low-budget liberal hacks with no regard for the people of California. You bet your ass this is political. These people are actually aiding in the death of Californians, and liberals keep voting for them. Karen Bass stripped the fire budget by $17 million to add more to helping the homeless. And you know what? I'm pretty positive we're going to find out some of those poor homeless people have started some of these fires. They've already busted one homeless man for trying to start a fire. Citizens took down a man with a blowtorch they saw setting brush on fire. Luckily, he failed. Guess what? Mark my words, there will be more. Oh, and by the way, blowtorch guy was released without charges because the police said there wasn't probable cause to hold him. A guy with a blowtorch who multiple witnesses saw actually setting fire is not probable cause? This is more liberal lunacy at work. Oh, it gets better. She just told the fire department 1 week before the fire they'd need to reduce their budget by another $49 million. She turned down an offer from the New York City Fire Department to send help, by the way. Even when JetBlue offered to pay for the transportation of these firefighters and their equipment. Does that sound like somebody who's, as she said in a press conference, only concerned about saving lives and homes? Doesn't this woman realize that she's already failed at both of those things? Do you know what she did fund while cutting the fire budget? Gay choirs, trans cafes, and social justice art. So lastly, I hope all the environmentalists are happy. In your zeal to protect a non-existent fish by not letting us divert water to SoCal, and field mice by not letting us clean the forest, you have killed or destroyed the natural habitat of probably millions of forest animals so far. And you climate change saviors who won't let us build reservoirs because someone might have to cut down a tree are personally responsible for pouring thousands and maybe even millions of tons of carbon into the air, wiping out everything you've done for the last 10 to 20 years or more. Good job, guys! Your brilliant delusions of how to save California have basically destroyed it. As with most leftist ideas, they cost 10 times more than they said they would. Google our $30 billion bullet train. They don't work, and ultimately hurt the very people they claim to want to help. And the rest of us has to pay the price for their blatant stupidity. These people have got to go, and I hope there are investigations into criminal charges as well. So here's a message for my liberal friends. Dear liberals, stop voting for stupid people that are incompetent and don't care about you, or even your life, just to keep power. They are literally killing you right now. And the saddest part of this is that if there were an election tomorrow for Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass, Democrats would still re-elect them, including some of the very people who've lost everything in these fires. Liberals will sacrifice homes and even the lives of innocent people for their party and lunatic ideas. That's how stupid and delusional liberals are. Will California ever learn? I believe the answer is, sadly, no. Well, that's about it for today. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. So I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.